Yana, and welcome to your Restorative Rest practice. Today's practice is focused on yoga, restorative yoga for beginner's mind. One of the things that I love about the yoga practice is no matter how long you've been practicing, whether it's been, this is your first class, whether it's been days, or whether it's been decades, there's always something new to discover each time you come to the sacred space, which is the healing zone of your mat. So I encourage you to step in today's practice with a fresh beginner's mind and really find ways to engage with the body that are beneficial to that newness and that change that is cultivated. So we'll begin on our backs to really get in touch with the breath, placing the feet hip width distance apart, especially if you have any lower back pain. You can wiggle the hips from side to side, lifting the right hip and then the left hip, and really settling the whole vertebra, each vertebra from the top of the spine, middle, and lower spine onto the floor, pressing the lower back on the floor. Close your eyes here and ride in this place. Make sure that all of the toes are pressing into the floor, the heels press into the floor, and the lower belly again, engaging the whole spinal column onto the floor. Inhale in through the nose, arriving. Feeling the belly filling up, the back filling up, aware of the back side of the body, and just beginning with this state of freshness, even finding a new place that you've never breathed into in your back. Maybe your underarms, maybe the back of your neck. And on the exhale, blow out any stagnation. Out the mouth. It's been a long, busy day and you're just ready and happy to take some weight off, okay? And again, inhaling in like that, in through the nose. Filling up the body, feeling the back pressing into the floor, all the vertebrae, even tucking the tailbone up towards the sky, filling up the breath all the way to the top of the head. Even holding a second, the breath at the top of the head, you might engage the Mula Bandha if you're familiar with that. And then on the exhale, blowing out the mouth. Releasing the breath until all the air, all the sound comes out of the body. Belly button back towards spine. And one more breath like that. Press the hands into the floor. Engage the shoulders, the top of the shoulders as if somebody's pressing into your shoulders as you inhale. Again, pressing the whole bottom, middle, top of the spine into the floor. Maybe even slightly pressing the heels into the ground, lifting the tailbone just slightly off the floor as you tuck the tail between the legs. Engaging the lower ribs in towards the chin. Finding that new space, beginning fresh and releasing out of the mouth. Letting go the moments before that led you to arriving at this practice today. Just set an intention for yourself here of I am discovered. And repeat that to yourself 3 times silently. Breathing in, I am discovering. Begin to shift the inhalation in through the nose, the exhalation out through the nose. And the next breath, rolling over towards your left side, and then gently coming up onto all fours until you are in a tabletop position. Inhaling and exhaling. And beginning to just find some space between the spine, lower spine. We're just going to roll through the spine here in cat-cow position. And do something new here. Pressing the palms into the floor. Maybe you normally move really slow through this pose. See if there's a new part. Can you breathe somewhere new into the belly? Can you breathe back in the new part behind the heart, behind the shoulders? Breathing into the back of the neck. Maybe you normally really move slow through this. Maybe you move a little bit faster. pumping energy through the spine. And wherever you are, really make this practice your own. These are suggestions that I'm offering to you, maybe rolling the hips around in one direction, the head around in another direction, getting a little new, getting a little freaky with it, moving in the opposite direction, hips in one direction, head in the other direction. Really contain that energy in the spine while moving through, feeling that each vertebra, feeling each bit of the lower and transverse abdominis, and then coming back to neutral. Beautiful. Inhale the right arm up into the air, pressing into the left hand. Eyes follow the gaze up. And on the exhale, winding the right arm down across the body till the right shoulder comes on the floor. Extending the left arm long in front of you. Breathing into a new space, perhaps lifting the left palm of the hand off the floor. The right hand, palm of the hand, raises up towards the ceiling, pressing the back of the hand into the floor. Even out your hips here. Inhaling. Full deep breath. Exhale completely. The sound of the breath louder than the sound of the thoughts. And you find a new place to bring the breath in between, perhaps underneath that right shoulder blade. On the inhalation, on the exhale, and perhaps walking the left fingertips a little bit further. These are all suggestions, really finding a way to make this practice your very own. Beautiful. Perhaps exhaling out the mouth if that feels good. Inhale in through the nose, filling up the belly. Exhale the left hand underneath the left shoulder, palm pressing into the ground. Drawing the right arm out, eyes follow the gaze up towards the ceiling as the fingertips reach up. Right hand presses into the ground. Feeling that difference, closing the eyes here in tabletop, noticing the difference between the right side of the neck, the left side of the neck. Breathe into the back. Cat-cow here. Inhale and exhale. Drawing that right hand underneath the right shoulder, left arm lifts up into the air, gaze follows to the left fingertips. And on the exhale, winding the left hand across the left chest, underneath the left arm, till the elbow, and then the left shoulder falls onto the floor. Left palm up into the ceiling, right fingertips reach forward. Beautiful. Inhaling here, and exhaling. Perhaps you need to breathe into the left side of the neck. Perhaps your body would like to breathe into the right underarm. Perhaps you can lengthen the left temple onto the floor. And at the same time, drawing the hips slightly back, evening out the hips. Even weight in both knees. One more breath here, inhalation fully. All the way into the right breast, all the way down the right lats, the right side of the rib cage, into the right hip. And on the exhalation, drawing the right hand underneath the right shoulder, lifting that left arm up into the sky, and following the gaze to the fingertips, drawing the left hand down onto the floor, coming back into that cat-cow position, exploring the spine again. Notice a new space, that new beginning that you created in between the head and the neck and the shoulders. Look back towards the belly button as you press into the hands. And on your next inhalation, pressing into cow. Next exhalation, press into cat. Really press, 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 press. This time, come down onto the elbows, interlace the fingers here, and we'll do cat-cow from the elbows this time. So inhale, the chin and chest up. Squeeze the shoulder blades on the backside. Belly draws down towards the floor. Exhale, looking back towards the belly button first, lifting the tailbone up towards the sky. Back, lower back up towards the sky. Breathe into the back of the heart. Head comes down towards the chest, chin to chest. And on the exhalation, toes together, knees apart, coming into your child's pose. Arms spread wide apart here. You can rock back and forth across the forehead, kind of ironing out any wrinkles on the forehead here. Creating space, finding some new space in the back of the neck. You could widen the arms here as a suggestion. Really finding what feels best for you in your body. Encourage you to inhale in through your nose, sigh out through the mouth. One more deep inhalation in through the nose, sighing out through the mouth. Fantastic. And on the inhale, walking the hands up underneath the torso. We'll take some head circles here. The chin down towards the chest. Lift the chin up towards the sky. Head moves to the right ear, right shoulder. Chin to chest. Exploring more space in the side of the neck. And see if you can squeeze your elbows in towards the midline of your body as your chin rises up. Right ear, right shoulder. Chin to chest. And then inhale, chin up to the sky. Left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, chin up towards the sky. Gently left ear, left shoulder. Finding some space. Opening up the chest as the elbows squeeze into the side. You can imagine the shoulder blades on the back side bringing together. Chin up towards the sky. Chin to chest. Looking up towards the right corner of the room, and then drawing the chin down towards the left corner in the diagonal to left shoulder. Feeling behind the right ear, and then looking up, right ear up to the right corner of the room. How often do we do a diagonal stretch here of the left? And then looking down, left ear, left shoulder. Beautiful. Now this time, lift the chin up towards the left corner of the room. Drawing a circle with the chin. Chin comes all the way up to the center. Drawing the circle, right ear, right ceiling. Chin draws right ear, shoulder, chin to chest. Left ear, left shoulder, chin to the left. And then we're going to draw that diagonal across, chin all the way diagonal to the right corner, really gently here. And it's especially, we've been doing a lot of texting, computer work, that kind of thing, constriction in the neck shoulders can really make this big stretch. Beautiful. We're going to do that again. Now chin to the chest, opposite side. Rolling right ear to right shoulder. Deep breath here. And then diagonal, left, chin up to left, upper corner of the room. Eyes follows, gaze follows. Breathing all the way into the right side of the neck behind the right ear. And then on the exhale, diagonal, chin moves down to right shoulder. Right corner of the room. And one more time, chin across, in diagonal, the upper left corner of the room, eyes follow, and then chin down to right, bottom corner of the room. And then drawing chin down to the chest, opposite head circles, chin to left shoulder, breathing behind the right ear, gaze follows up to left corner of the room. Lift the chin, make sure you're not compressing in the back of the neck. Eyes follow to the right corner. And drawing the chin down to the right side. Beautiful. Draw the chin down to the chest. And then placing the hands behind the neck, interlocking the hands behind the neck.
Squeeze the elbows together, not too much pressure on the back of the neck. We're going to make a little pillow hammock for the neck as you open up the elbows to both corners of the upper corners of the room. Lifting the neck, you can even make a little shelf. As you interlace the fingers together, you'll have the thumbs pointing down and on the opposite little ridge of the back of the neck. So supporting the head, supporting the back of your heavy skull, 10 to 15 pound skull, and drawing the shoulders up, down, and back as you lift the head up and gently back. It might even just be a very small 3 centimeter stretch. And then notice, do the ribs splay out here? Can you draw the belly button back towards the spine? Elbows open up wide. Breathing into the heart space here. Perhaps going into this slight back bend in a new way. Belly button tucked towards spine. And then opening the arms out to the side. Drawing the hands down. Beautiful. We're going to come back to your tabletop position. Drawing the right foot back long and just make some circles. Right toe presses into the ground and just begin to make some circles around. Right big toe on the ground. Circles in one direction with the leg. Circle in the other direction. You could look down towards the floor, but try to keep the chin parallel to the floor here. And then drawing the right knee back onto the ground, left toe comes back and extend, and then opening up the bottom of the feet, circles through the left, and circles around in the opposite direction, opening up the bottom of the toes, feet, knee comes underneath, and walk the feet back, elbows onto the ground. We're going to come into a gentle Sphinx position. So pressing the toes into the ground, feet hip width distance apart. Really drawing the elbow towards the midline of the body. Imagine that you have a belt or something wrapped around both elbows to draw that energy inward, pressing the palms firmly into the ground, fingers spread wide apart, belly button pressing into the floor. This is a lot for your lower back today. You can intertwine the hands and place the head, resting the head on the floor. But if this feels good and active, stay activated in the body here. Inhaling in, full breath. Filling the belly, feeling that pressing into the floor, into the lower back, filling up the body with air, perhaps even slightly gripping the buttocks here as the energy comes into the lower back. And on the exhale, release, blowing the air out the mouth. And then draw, if you're not already on the floor, hands coming down, making a little look for the head. And then moving the head to the right, into the left, shaking the head back and forth. Palms facing down on the floor, one palm on top of the other. And just rolling the head and neck side to side. Ironing out any wrinkles on the face. Beautiful. Do one more stretch here. Both arms out in a T position. And perhaps this is a brand new stretch for you. You're going to draw the right knee, bend the right knee up behind you. Bring your weight into your left shoulder. Crawl the right hand up underneath the right shoulder. And then flip over onto your left side. Right toe crawling back behind you. And opening up this left shoulder, left side of the body. Softening the left hip here. Breathe into the left hip. Breathing into the right pelvis is that perhaps even the right heel might move onto the floor. Feeling supported. If you'd like a little more, you can place your right hand on the inside of your right thigh here. Left palm pressing into the ground. On an inhale, drawing the right hand underneath the right shoulder, pressing back onto the front side of the body. Right knee comes onto the floor, right top of the foot comes onto the floor, forehead comes onto the floor, drawing the right arm across the body. And just taking note with this beginner mind the difference between the right and left side of the body, using our awareness. We create space. And then we'll press the weight into the right palm. Right ear comes onto the floor, bending the left knee and drawing the left hand underneath left shoulder, coming back, rolling onto the right side. Right shoulder presses into the ground, right palm presses into the ground. Left toes open up onto the ground. Breathe into this open right shoulder. So beautifully. And so fantastic. Breathing into the left side of the body. Perhaps the left heel comes onto the ground. Breathing into this new space on the back body. Active, you might even point the right toe. And if you'd like a little more, pressing the left hand into the left thigh. Left shoulder comes back. Really getting an opening in this right shoulder here this way. And on the exhale, one more breath. Releasing. On the inhalation, drawing the left hand underneath the left shoulder if it's not already there. Left toe comes off the ground, rolling onto the front side. Left knee reaches the ground. Left top of the foot reaches the ground. Rolling onto the forehead. The hands rest underneath the forehead. Feeling the beating of the heart in the belly. Breathe deeply into the lower back, the mid back, the upper back. I'm going to take 3 breaths here on the front side. The way we first began this breath practice on the back, identifying this 3-count breath, we're going to do the same thing on the front side. So inhale into the belly, pressing into the ground. Mid ribs pressing into the ground. Breathe into the thoracic spine, elbows pressing to the ground. Breathe into the cervical spine in the back of the head. Noticing new space, and on the exhale, follow the breath out of the top, middle ribs knit together, belly button moves back towards the spine. You might even squeeze the breath out by engaging the pelvic floor and just squeezing the glutes a little bit here on the full exhalation. One more deep breath like that. If your glutes are engaged, inhale, breathing into the lower belly. Breathing into the Mula Bandha or Kegel if you're familiar with that. Pulling up on the belly. Mid of ribs. Expanded breath into the elbows. Pressing the elbows into the floor. Breath comes into the back of the head, top of the head. And on the exhale, blow all the breath out of the body. Breath leaves the underarm, mid belly. All this presses back into the floor with the exhale. Okay. We're going to walk hands underneath. Coming on to the back side of the body. And ending this class in a final resting or Shavasana, palms facing up towards the ceiling, feet hip width distance apart. Meet you in a small, short yoga nidra, guided meditation, or also known as Yogic Sleep. So see what you can do to become as comfortable as possible. You might even shake the hips back and forth. Feet hip width distance apart, palms up towards the sky. Rotating the shoulders underneath the body.
And give yourself one final breath here. Returning to the breath. What else can you do to become even 5% more comfortable? Settling in to this resting place. Aware of the sounds outside of the room, bringing the attention closer to sounds inside of the room, using the awareness to travel to any sounds naturally that the body is making, following to the sound of the breath, bringing the attention even further in to the being. Beginning identifying this new space for yourself. Perhaps it's the first time you've consciously chosen to exhale the focus of awareness far out into the mind's eye. And then on the inhale, bring the transformative experience of vision deep into the inner caverns of the body. Now see yourself from the outside, looking down from above. Look to see yourself lying here practicing Yoga Nidra. Shifting your awareness from your feet lying on the earth, the legs lying on the earth, back of the calves on the earth, lower back, buttocks, spine on the earth, shoulders on the earth, back of the hands on the earth, back of the head, all grounded on the earth, and yet at the same time, with the inhalation drawing the vision and the sense of being deep in to the sacred space inside of you. Now return to the viewpoint of yourself from this bird's eye view, looking down from high and seeing this body in a new way, with new fresh eyes, perhaps even envisioning the body in the most beautiful garden that you've ever seen. Abundant, luscious, the perfect temperature for you. There's no limitations of the wonders of this garden, the birds, the colors, the types of flowers, the fruits, the scents, the smells, the wild and fragrant, spicy and new smells you've never smelled before. And hearing the sound of an eternal wellspring
this gurgling, splashing, beautiful abundance coming deep from within a hidden well in this garden where you're lying, everything warm, your face warmed by the sun, the ripe flowers, fragrant, the fruit so fragrant and juicy, you can smell the abundance of the land. And as you see through the eyelids, the light of the sun just sparkling through the trees, this perfect temperature as the wind moves, almost diamonds of light glittering through your closed eyelids. Aware of the body in this fresh, new, vibrant, beginning, vivid, alive, enticing garden. Take one deep breath in. Just take some time to be within this sacred space. Following the breath as it comes into the body. And on the exhale, just feeling the breath fresh, vivid, the focus of the mental state alive, well, and moving that focus into the center of your heart, into this intention that we set at the beginning of the practice today, and repeating to yourself 3 times in this enchanted garden, committing to this beginner state of mind. Perhaps there's something that you are challenged by in life, something that you're trying to get a deeper comprehension of, and using this deep inhalation to breathe this space into the heart, full deep exhalation to release and let go any blurred vision. And on the inhale, in breathing in, I am discovering, repeating silently to yourself, I am discovering, I am discovering. I'm feeling this whisper. Infinitely moving into this sacred garden space, into your perception. Filling up each cell of your body with this new discovery, alive, vivid, each cell of your body. Full, abundant, juicy, creative, each cell of the body new. And when you're ready, Beginning to come back to this vision of yourself lying in the room that you're in, all parts, the body, grounded, connected, vibrant, alive, new. Taking in that deep breath, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, bringing this newness, this vitality into the body. If you like to stay here in this state of wonder, you're welcome to do so. And if you need to continue on into this discovery of your day, rolling over to your right side, gently coming to sitting with the eyes closed, hands in front of the heart, shoulders press down, chin parallel to the floor. Imagine the string pulling the head up towards the heavens. Gently, gracefully balanced in this place that your body, your being holds between heaven and earth. This sacred space that is called you. Open to new, open to discovering new beginnings. Bowing your chin down to your chest, giving thanks for this practice and for your ancestors for guiding you to show up to this healing oasis. Namaste and Ashe. If you found this practice beneficial, please feel free to like, share, subscribe. I'm Afia Yana, and we'll see you next time.